Hello, CGT245. I apologize for the poor audio quality. My microphone jack in my computer is either broken or the drivers are not supported currently, so I have to use my computer's main mic for this. So, as far as reviewing what I have done for this project, I have worked, I did the field, first of all. I did the lining on that, went ahead and made all of the textures that are being used, materials rather, made them emissive. I even made, as you can see up here, emissive text that is the same color as the two separate sides, respectively, orange team and blue team, because red, as I've tested before, would not be as visually appealing. So went ahead and laid that out, did the goals, made these joke advertisements around the place, just to kind of make it feel more like a soccer field. They're all emissive as well. I was trying to work with the fact that this stadium should be mostly dark, so I had to make a lot of stuff emissive but still retain its same color. I removed some material some material aspects from certain materials to make them work better. For example, there's a glass floor here that is non-reflective or refractive, so that way these three-dimensional lines on the field do not interfere with the physics of the ball itself. Same with the walls. I made the scoreboard, however, it's rigged up separately, as I am not on the programming side of this project. Let me think here. I don't even know how to fill 5 minutes out talking about this. I mean, made materials, made them emissive, made the field, made the advertisements, made the scoreboard. So with regard to the glass, there was actually refraction right here, as well as some type of occlusion plugged in. And I had to remove the entire scripting on that, because what was happening is if you walked and you looked at like a goal from the other side of the field, the glass's refraction would cause the same image to appear in reverse, but with a gap between the two, that the gap would get closer and closer to being sealed until it refracted back together the further or closer way you got to something, and it was very distracting, and it made it very hard to see where you were going. Then making the basic blue, I just did the same thing for the orange team, but changing up the values. And I did this strategy for a lot of the emissives on here, just using a base color, adding a small gradient or a small amount of specular stuff to it, and then sending in an emissive color with a small multiplier on it. I did the same thing, actually. I plugged that into the font parameters, so that way you could actually, if you can see here, have a full font that actually glows to the same hue as the blue glow, because I use the same color values. So I did that for orange, for blue. Had some other stuff. I don't know how well this one will work, but I tried to use a black as a base color with like a very slightly lighter color, like a dark gray, as a sort of emissive system. So I'm not sure how well that will work in the dark, because I haven't been able to actually get the true night to work on this that Dan has gotten to work. But I'm hoping that works pretty well. Next thing that I actually did, which is kind of scrapped content, I removed the smoke from some fire, because what we were going to do is have fire ignite every time you scored a goal. I don't know if Dan has had time to implement this, as by the time I'm recording this, coding is still being done. But for now, I'm going to assume that it was not thrown into the main content system, as we were still working on the scoreboard beforehand, and that's a bit more important. But we were going to have regular fire shoot up in the orange goal anytime you scored a goal there, and I actually went in and made a blue fire to appear within the blue goal, so that way it wasn't just the same color both times, despite one field very clearly being orange, the other one being blue. Both of them have smoke removed entirely, so that way it doesn't interfere with vision or anything like that, and it doesn't cause a significant amount of frame rate drop. That's about it.